Okay, 1 times 1 and 0 times 0. Explained. The only way you can explain this is by revelations. As in the beginning, so too shall be in the end. Now, what does that mean? It means infinity, infinite, everlasting. Okay. Now, you said in the beginning, you said be fruitful and multiply. Okay. So when they did 1 times 1, they made 1. And then they did it again, and then that made 1, and then did it again, and then that made 1. And then that one did it, and then that one made everybody else. Okay. Let me let you know something. There's a thing called the first death and the second death. There is life, there's half-life, and then there's life, everlasting. Okay, so 0 times 0 is 0 is the death, okay? So that's the first death. 0 times 0 is the second death. That means there's no any other reference past this for death. It is infinite. Infinite death. Infinite 0. It is no more. Okay. 1 times 1. 1 is half life. Okay. 1 times 1 makes infinite 1. Life everlasting. Okay, let me explain it like this. So 1 exists. Okay? And when it exists, it's a self-preservation. That's 1 times 1. Creating infinite 1, everlasting 1. Means all numbers combined into 1. All for 1 and 1 for all. It is infinite 1. 1 times 1. See, when a number times itself equals the same number, it is infinite. Infinite. It cannot be touched. It is the truth. It is done. There is no argument about it. It is infinite 1. It is not 1. It's like saying man. Yah is not man. Okay? Yah times man. Okay? Makes infinite man and Yah. Life everlasting. Because when man dies, if man dies twice, man doesn't live any longer. Man dies forever. But if man dies is like almost like 0. It's almost like multiplication. It multiplies. That's what I'm saying. Like when there's death, but then death times death is infinite death. It's the time. The multiplication is the number itself. It's like saying x is 1. The time, the 1 is the times. Okay, how many times? 1. What times is 1? The times sounds plural, but it is one. That's the point. All for one and one for all times. Okay? For all time. Salvation for all time. If it is not saved, it will no longer be, it shall no longer exist. It will no longer exist. It will be zero. But infinite one means it cannot go to zero. It can no longer, see, 2 can drop to 0, 3 can drop to 0, 4 can drop to 0. But infinite one cannot drop to 0. It doesn't, there is no negative, none of that. It cannot even be a, infinite one times negative one is still infinite one. Infinite one times anything is still infinite one. Let's say that. Okay? Because everything, all for one and one for all. This world is a copy of that. That's why it's Russian doll of one thing. It's all the same, just infinite, splendor. You know what I mean? Okay. So there's infinite one. There's 2 things for sure. Life and death. Life everlasting and death everlasting. Well, since say death everlasting, death is no longer, it just, it's no longer within words. See, the word is life. The word is, okay. So the word is one. Okay. And then life, okay, is one. Okay. Okay. So, but the word is everlasting life. That's what you gotta realize. What is the word? How much of what is the word? How is the word life and life? The word is everlasting life. That means it is life times life. It means this life and the next life, the word. Okay. You're still gonna have the word. Everlasting. Okay? That is for sure. Okay? That is how you know. Because beyond this life, you are receiving the word. Okay? The word extends beyond this life. That's what I'm saying. 1 times 1. Your half-life is in transition to a whole life. Your half words is transitioning into whole words. Half word meaning like you guys speak, but you don't manifest. I shouldn't say you don't manifest. Words manifest. It's just you're careless. You're not in a class. You don't speak with the class of creation. You speak in opposite of the use of speaking. Like literally, like your speaking is against speaking. It's because we speak English. We're speaking Legion. We're speaking Latin. Okay? We're speaking language. Okay? We languish about. We English. Okay? Speaking English. English. Angels of Satan, Anglo-Saxon, Latin, Legion. Okay. So, like I said, they're putting us in a negative times and -1 times -1, meaning you can't go back. You can't go above, you can't go up. You should never, you can't even go to 0. 0 is above you. Death is above. Like, this is worse than death. All right, and it's one for all and all for one negatives. One sin is all sin. That's crazy. Woo. So that's the unforgivable. See, with life everlasting creates a bottomless pit of death until death is no more. Until death can't kill life anymore. Then death just ceased to be death. Death goes away. It's just, the distance just becomes too great. Fallen so far. Like I said, death used to be life, or else it wouldn't be death. That's something that should hit you right there. That's something that should hit you right there. Death used to be life, or else it wouldn't be death. Why do they say let the dead bury the dead? Said, no, I gotta go back and bury my father. Wait on me. Wait on me. I'll come follow you. Just let me go back and bury my father. Let the dead bury the dead. You're like, how the heck is the dead gonna bury the dead? The dead used to be living. See, but the everlasting have to die. The everlasting used to be dead. The everlasting life, I should say, used to be dead. And even the everlasting dead used to be the dead. They're no longer dead. They're everlasting death. They are death. They become death. See, everlasting one always exists. It's just, there's this one is a grace of everlasting one. It's like Eve. Eve was a grace of Adam. Grace. It's like Greece. It's like Greece was a grace of Israel, if you want to call it that in these days. I'm using two layman terms for you, just saying those two words, Greece and Israel. Those are layman terms just for you to understand the reference of your people in geography. It's actually called Yonya, which is the grace of Yah, and Yeshurun, the upright one. Yeah. So, yeah, the infinite one. It's like, you be like, how can you say infinite one? Well, you have the definition of space. When they say, oh, space is a vacuum, but there's an energy reading that goes to 0.0 energy. And if you tap into it, it's non-ending, everlasting energy, right? Like, oh, a teacup of 0.0 energy is more powerful than like the sun and stuff like that. They say stuff like that, right? Okay. And then they went to dark matter and all this stuff, right? Okay. So, and I pretty much figured dark matter is just a fold of space. When they talk about folding space in order to traverse distance or hack distance, I'm pretty sure that's probably the same concept. That's dark matter is the result of that, if I'm not mistaken. It seems like it. It seems like it. Folding space and time, creating dimensional rifts for things to pass through. Dark matter. A fold in space or time is dark matter. Okay. But pretty much, like, this is all just being dropped on me as I'm going right now. It's just educated guessing, if you want to call it that. No, it's not really. I'm really kind of storming it up. But yeah, infinite one. 1 times 1 is infinite 1. And the only reason how you have 1 times 1 is because of the grace of 1. There's the infinite 1, there's 1, and then there's the grace of 1. That's the Trinity. That's the Trinity right there. That's the foundation right there. That's how you have all for one and one for all. Because, like, the infinite one, the salvation of the infinite one is 1. And through the salvation of the 1 is the grace of 1. By the salvation of 1 is the grace of 1. But by the grace of 1 is the salvation of 1. And by the salvation of 1 is the infinite 1. Do you see how I just literally gave you multiplication? I gave you the beginning. In the beginning, be fruitful and multiply. Multiply. You're multiplying yourself. See, Yeshua came and told you the second time. The one y'all call Jesus. He's not Jesus. It's not called Jesus. Jesus is Zeus. Alright? We already covered that. G7. 7 is G. G is 7. Okay. 2 plus 2 is 4. Plus 3 is 7. 2203. Strong's Concordance. Greek, G, Zeus. Greek, Zeus. Strong's 2203. 2203, 223. Yeah, 223, 332. Or 223, 322. Yeah, you know that number. Skull and Bones. Alright. So then you have 223 is 7. 7 is G. It says 223 Zeus. Say 7 Zeus. 7 days a week, because Zeus is day. Dios. Jesus. I already showed you this mess. Alright? Jesus. I told you this mess. I showed you this mess. I proved this mess. And I shew this mess. I shun it. Okay? Zeus. Zeus. And you guys are just all so caught up. Because, like, look, man, 2203 is 7. 7 is G. G, Zeus. Okay, now, 7 days a week. Zeus. How do you say Zeus? Dios. Deos. Buenos Dios. What does that mean? Days. 7 days. 7 Zeus. 7 G. G7. Okay, 7G. Z, 7G, 7G. Oh, GG, 7G. Oh, 7 days a week, 7 Dios. Okay, so they got you saying 7 days a week, Zeus. They got you worshiping Zeus 7 days a week. They got you saying Jesus, Jesus. Okay, 7G, Zeus. Okay, they got you saying that. And then you guys, so like when I said Zeus is Jesus, Jesus is Zeus, y'all didn't believe me. Y'all thought I was stretching it. So then the numbers don't lie. I didn't make up the damn numbers. The numbers is literally lexicon, legion, by the way. The numbers is literally the word, the English language that you speak is of Zeus. You can you get it through your noggins, okay? Get it through your freaking noggins. You're speaking his language. It's going to reference him. Okay. Done. That's how you have 7 days a week. Oh, that's Latin. Legion. Yes, legion. Legion were the men of renown. They were the giants. They were the titans. They were, aka, the sons of gods. And those gods were actually fallen angels. Like Azazel and Azrael type stuff. Okay? Zeus was fighting against Cronus. Sounds like another angel to me. Okay? So, and Rhea and Cronus, that's how you have Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon. Okay? Then you got the children of Zeus and Hades and Poseidon, and Rhea and Cronus are legion. Okay? So, Mother Goddess, Rhea, okay, legion on the other end is the same way as saying angels of Satan and legion, Anglo-Saxon and Latin, Rhea and legion, religion. Okay, there's so many different ways. They got you tongue-tied. The devil's off in your grill and you still don't even know him. That is a homage to Andre 3000 3 Stacks, Benjamin Andre from Outkast, aliens, the first aliens. Okay, now to let you guys know, bruh, I think I done forgot what I was even talking about before we got on this subject. But yeah, man. Yeah. That's their little trinity. That's their -1 times -1 equals infinite -1. Okay? That's their mess. That's where they got you so deep off in Babylon. You know the formula. What do you call this when I said, oh, the numbers add up to Jesus? Okay? The numbers add up to 7 days. Okay? Dios, Zeus. Dios, Zeus. December. Okay? You even got that in your diss. You're dissing me, fam. Oh. You're dysfunctional. Oh. Paradise. Oh. Man, you guys don't even know. They got you 7 ways to Sunday. Okay? They got you, bro. They got you. Saturn and Saturnus and all this mess and satanic. You guys don't even have a clue. Athena, he identifies as Athena, like literally like the LGBTQ thing, like how he just identified as Athena. And then he presents you Nike in his hand. as he's identifying as Athena. It's funny, bro. It's funny. Like, the thing is, it's all about duplication, right? Duplication. Now, what did the Most High say? Yeshaya in the end said, duplicate yourselves. He wasn't talking about having children. He said duplicate you. Not just in the flesh. Do your efforts in the spirit, or the ruach is what you call it in Hebrew, a Hebrew ruach, okay? It's the ruach, the word. Not only be about it in the word, be about it in the flesh. That is duplication. That is twice the effort. That is 1 times 1. Because 1 says so, infinite 1 says so. Yes, he did say so. By the blood of infinite 1 who is in all of us. Do you understand that? Yeshaya, Yah, is infinite 1. Yasha. Okay? Is the salvation. And Yon is the grace of the infinite 1. He was the one walking with the infinite 1. In the book of who you call Enoch, who is aka the same definition as Yon. Same exact. And also, Yon is also grace, man. Grace. Enoch is grace. Grace, walk with salvation. Grace, walk with the infinite 1. Period. No man may come unto salvation but by grace. No man may come unto the infinite 1 but by me, the Father by the Son. So there's 2 doors walking through. Grace and salvation to get to the infinite 1. John and Yeshaya. Okay? Faith gets you there. And then the sacrifice presents you. There's 2 doors. Faith is blind. That's duplicating your efforts. You got to work with something beyond what you got. Shouldn't say beyond what you got, beyond what you can see. That's what we're talking about. Duplicate yourself. Said faith is walk by faith, not by sight. Then if you can't walk by sight, that means you can't rely on the flesh. You have to rely on the faith. Which is the grace. Which is his orders. His order is grace. His order to us was duplicate yourselves. Okay? It's like saying be fruitful and multiply. But be fruitful and multiply was supposedly for the flesh. But for the ruach, for the spirit, for the faith, he said to duplicate thyself. Meaning duplicate your faith. You got faith in your flesh. Now duplicate your faith in your faith. 1 times 1. Make infinite 1. Where there are 2 or more, there is infinite 1. 2 or more of what? 2 or more of 1. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 equals infinite 1. 1 times 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 1 infinite 1. That's why it's infinite 1. Do you get it? 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 ain't 2. Well, 1 times yeah, infinite 1. I solved that problem. There we go. I didn't solve it. Yeshaya did, because it was always saved. Yes, yes. He already told you. He was the answer. Okay. On that note, to the Rabbi Hai Shara Hai Kadosh Kadash Kadesh, to the Rabbi Shai Kadesh Kadash Kadosh, to the Rabbi Hebrew Akakma Asaya Kadosh Kadash Kadesh, Ashar Yesharun Anami Amin.